Welcome to Free Love Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
What is going on, Effie, Daphne, Samantha, Reiki? We got Black Moon and EmpressRising. Welcome, everybody. How's it going today? It's a beautiful Tuesday, and we got the Federal Reserve is meeting to see about our interest rates today. We'll see about that tomorrow. Bardman and Miss Sunshine, welcome. Okay, so yesterday we got a reading request from Ada. Ada wants to know, why have I been scapegoated my whole life? And I kind of felt bad because I had to push this off until today. So I was like, you know, I don't want to be that guy that ends up, you know, adding, I guess, to the mystery of why we're scapegoating or what have you. But, you know, I had to go. I had to, you know, go take a shower and all that other good stuff. Anyway, so hopefully Ada does not consider this another scapegoating. I don't know. I really felt bad. I was like, oh man, that's not exactly the question that I wanted to skip. You know, normally somebody asks that, you want to get to it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the way it goes. Anyway, Shelly, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right. Now, Ada thinks they're being scapegoated their whole life. That seems a little extreme, but let's see what the cards say. Maybe they agree, maybe they don't. Oh my, Four of Pentacles. This is interesting. It almost feels like a little too much introversion or not really doing anything about the scapegoats, I guess. It feels like a little too much holding back. In other words, maybe you should be more upfront, or maybe you should be more sort of, you know, at least on a defensive thing. Like, hey, I think, you know, that you're blaming me for this. It's pretty clear that I'm not to blame for global warming or the hot water heater going out in your house or whatever, right? Obviously, it's not exactly my fault for some of these factors. I think you should look elsewhere. But it does feel like you're basically not stepping up and disagreeing or stepping up and defending with whatnot. Four of Pentacles feels like we're holding back a little too much and just sort of somebody scapegoats us, blames us for this, blames us for, you know, a pothole in the road or whatever. And you're just like, yeah, whatever. And then, you know, sort of go on and be a little bit too concerned with it. Seven of Swords also says you go back to the people that do end up doing scapegoating to you. So if you do have a social interaction and this is a new person we just met, or maybe it's an old friend or what have you, and they're doing this stuff, you do got to step up and say, I mean, come on, I'm clearly not responsible for the pothole over there on your side of town or whatever. So you got to sort of step up and do that. I think you keep coming back to people that are doing this to you. Maybe they're scapegoating, maybe they're blaming you for this or that. Maybe they're just abusive. Maybe they're just sort of mean-spirited or whatnot. You got to not go back to the Seven of Swords. You got to kind of escape the situation. Just don't deal with that stuff and don't let it affect you emotionally, because clearly you're not responsible for the pothole on the other side of the state. So you know what I mean? Anyway, Maruta, welcome. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Four of Pentacles says don't be so closed in. If you do have an opportunity to say something, then say something and get out there and do that. Ultimately, the Earth Mother, you need people in your life that are going to take care of you more, that are going to be more sort of, you know, friendly to you or good to you or things like that. You do not want to get just a circle of people that are just abusive. So yeah, basically just stay away from people that are scapegoating you and things like that. Don't be going back to them, and you know, pick up and say something if it's clear that you're just being targeted or what have you. Anyway, Andrew, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Miss Sunshine, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, we got Alyssa is back. We're gonna do that and find out what's going on with Alyssa. We got Samantha. Should I confront Alyssa about what I saw on the Instagram? Oh my, what kind of things did we see on that Instagram? Well, let's find out with a little bit of the, a little bit of the Wonder World Tarot up in here, and get some wonders and get some worlds and get some tarots in a combo. That's all you really need in life. is stuff like that. Let's see what's going on with all that. Betty, welcome. Good to see you as well. How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful Tuesday night. We're hanging out over here. We had a good day at work. I got a lot of productive stuff done. I need to start painting again. Man, I'm really sort of neglecting my painting lately. I'm just sort of interested in other stuff at the moment, and sort of, you know, painting's gone to the wayside. I need to get back into it. I need to be writing on my book. I need to be doing all this stuff. But, you know, just busy with life, busy with other things and what have you. Anyway, should I confront Alyssa about what happened I saw on Instagram? Oh my, I think you should. We're going to go with a thumbs up almost immediately on this without even sort of, you know, throwing it down. Miss Sunshine, I will answer your question indeed. Miss Sunshine, you are next. There you go. So, it looks like the King of Cups over here. It looks like Alyssa basically posted something that was emotionally based. It was something that they didn't really think through very well. Alyssa kind of has a little bit of a habit of this, right? Where you just sort of get stuff thrown out there. You're just like, that's not realistic, or that's not something I want to see. Crystal, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. But I mean, it looks pretty much like the King of Cups. I just got involved emotionally. I got a little ramped up and I had to post something about it. And then at the end of the day, that is it. Now, they do know that you're not going to agree with everything they are posting indeed. They do also know that you're kind of in that mode of, you know, you're sort of looking at stuff and sort of analyzing what they're doing. And you kind of sort of try to interpret what they're thinking or what they're doing and what have you. Hanging Hatter just says, hey, they're going to post what they know. They're going to post whatever they want, and it doesn't really matter the consequences on that. And they get in those moods too, a little bit emotional, going to post something, sort of not even thinking about it. Hanged Hatter says, I realize it's going to have an impact on other people, but ultimately they just really don't care at some point. Death says they need to do some alteration, need to do some changing about what is going on with some of the social media stuff and how your interactions are going. So interactions are sort of odd sometimes, a little bit unusual. And, you know, ultimately you want some decent, good stuff where everybody's, you know, sort of getting along and what have you. So some change needs to occur. Death card. We can't just go on and do what we've always done and what have you. I don't really think that is going to be applicable here. So yeah, some change needs to occur over there. For what about that? So I think you should confront, you know, just confront. Just say, hey, you know, I saw this, you know, it looks like maybe you're a little emotional or a little bit on, you know, on top of things on this, you know, like what's going on? How about you discuss it with me? And hopefully that at least that gets you halfway there. Anyway, all right, who had the other dono? We had Miss Sunshine. There we go. Miss Sunshine had the other dono. And for some reason, it's not showing you in my chat thing. I don't know. All right, let's look. Miss Sunshine wants to know, can I please ask if David, all right, we're going to have to type this one in. Let's get this done. Miss Sunshine, and we'll go, if David and I will get back together, kind of want to know which way to go. All right, if we do have an opportunity to get back together to rekindle some stuff, looking for a 7 of Swords card, looking for a 10 of Cups, Lovers, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, something to sort of indicate that everything's rounding out, everything's coming together. Let's go over here to the Tarot Tower, and let's get, by the way, if you don't have a Tarot Tower, you need to make one. Link in the description. You can make this for $20. It takes like an hour to make it. You can display all your tarot cards on here. It fits like 85 tarot cards, so you got plenty of room. I got 2 of them over here with lots and lots and lots of tarot cards. But for this one, let's use the Modern Love Tarot, because everybody does love the Modern Love Tarot, and make it happen. Anyway, Miss Sunshine, let's see if we're going to get back together. Priya, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Can we get back together? Will this be the opportunity that we need to get back together? Let's see if that's going to happen. All right. We're going to go here with this, with David. 4 of Wands. Ooh, that is a nice indicator. Not together for long, though. That is what's interesting there. Priya, thank you for the donation. That is what's sort of interesting there. Four of Wands says there's a big possibility of getting back together. We'll get the love balloons up here. I mean, there's a possibility of them coming around, them being interested in it, them sort of being excited about it. So there's that initial excitement or that exuberation about the reconnection, getting on target, having some fun with it, and just sort of getting back where we were before. I think ultimately, whoa, that's loud. I think ultimately that's where we want to be. Let me go on Do Not Disturb here. So I wanted to get that again. By the way, we got Shelly. Thank you for your donation over PayPal. I appreciate you. All right. So, yes, we have an opportunity to get back together. Now, there's part two. There's part two. Samantha V, welcome. Good to see you. We have the Ten of Swords with the divorce decree, in case you didn't see it. The divorce decree up here, even if we get back together, even if we have some sort of a substantive thing to where we can get back into the mode, it feels like this is very temporary. This is not going to be long term. It's not going to be a forever thing. We're going to get married, run off, elope. It just feels like that this is going to be a little bit of a temporary thing, maybe a fling, but because you kind of see this with the Four of Wands. You have three levels of basically stability in the home. Four of Wands is sort of the beginner level. Then you have the Ten of Cups, where we're a new family with small children. And then you got the Ten of Pentacles, which is sort of like, you know, the old established kind of family. And the Four of Cups says it's a new family, a new connection that we're making out of an old relationship. Doesn't last very long though. Eight of Cups is ultimately somebody's got to move, somebody's got to leave, somebody's got to exit stage left from this situation. But hey, you know, I think one of the big things, one of the big factors here is the reality of what can we do to fix the problems that we had before, right? Because you don't want to sort of, and if we had problems before, we don't want to relive those. We don't want to go through those again. So what can we do to repair, fix, or Band-Aid up the problems we had before so we can have a chance at success? Anyway, YouTube user, thank you for your double shot donation. And Yellow, thank you for your donation over PayPal. All right, Crystals and Paint is up in here. We're going to have fun on my birthday. Well, first off, happy birthday early.
Happy birthday!
I don't know exactly when it is, but let us know when your birthday is. I hope you have a fantastic one. That sounds exciting indeed. Hope you get to paint. Hope you get to go out and have some fun and all of that other stuff. You know, there's some good stuff going on with that. Anyway, Samantha says, I just wanted to say thank you, TarotOracle, for not having a huge ego. There are some people who read on YouTube that have way too big of an ego and not and they're not nice to their subscribers. Oh my. Okay, well, thank you very much for your kind words, Samantha. I greatly appreciate you. No, I don't really have an ego. I mean, I treat tarot like fun. Like, I come on here to have fun. Y'all come in here to have fun. This is sort of a party more than anything else, right? So even if I'm correct 100% of the time, it's which I'm not, then I'd win the lottery and I'd go away. But I mean, you know, by the way, if you haven't played the lottery, link over there in my videos to how to play the lottery with tarot cards, because it's almost $1 billion on the Mega Millions. I'm just saying, $1 billion. I'm just saying, if you're gonna play, put that $2 in. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never play the lottery based on Fat Man reading your cards on the internet. YouTube users got 20 more donations. Jendeukie's coming in, AB's coming in, and IL2. All of y'all, I appreciate y'all support and all that good stuff. All right, let's look. Crystal having that fun birthday, having an exciting time. Hanged One. All right, you're gonna have fun. I mean, that's just because you're Crystals and Paint. You're gonna have fun. There's gonna be party balloons. There's gonna be confetti all over the place. You gotta vacuum it up forever. EmpressRising, I thank you for your donation, and you are gonna have a lot of fun. Hangman says, do something different this year, right? Do something a little bit different this year. And don't do all the stuff that you normally do. Just get out, do something different, do something unusual, have some fun. I mean, the Hanged Man. Let's do something that's going to be a little bit outside of our comfort zone. Make it happen. Magician says that your birthday is going to start a 2-month cycle, in my opinion. 2-month cycle. The birthday is going to start it, okay? And this is something to where you are just going to be proficient at everything, it feels like. The Magician, it feels like you're going to get the paints out. You're just going to make the best paintings you've ever had. It feels like this is your month. This is a couple of months happening with that. Lani, welcome. Good to see you. And the moon too, right? Again, we're talking about the moon, the cycles, a couple of months of this, of being the magician. So if you're really looking at sort of innovating, doing art, getting out there, making some cool things happen, these are the months for you to do it. Get out there and do it and just sort of be amazing, be magical, be yourself as always. Samantha V, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. We got some PayPal donos. The first one we got is Shelly. Shelly has some questions, I assume. Shelly, what is your question? I don't see your question. Shelly, let me know your question. But let's go to PayPal real quick and let's do us some Yellow. Yellow has got a question. Yellow wants to know, is my friend T okay? All right. Is T okay? Is T doing all right? What's going on with T up in here? We need to figure this out. Of course, we're going to go over to the Tarot Tower and we're going to grab everybody's favorite, the Mons Tarot, making it happen. The Mons Tarot is amazing. It's beautiful. I need to start using the Cosmic Beings Tarot. I mean, I've been neglecting the Cosmic Beings Tarot. It's been over there just shedding a tear. I can feel its emotions. I can feel it. It's like, look, you keep reaching for the Mons Tarot and I got a Cosmic Mons Tarot over here. So we're going to use that tonight. We're going to use all the new decks too. We're going to make all of that happen. Betty, thank you for your compliments. I greatly appreciate your kind words. All right, let's make it happen over here. Let's see what's going on with Yellow. And thank you again to Shelly for your donation over PayPal. And I see that you popped into chat. We got it going on. All right, Shelly, you are next. Is my friend Tatiana all right? Ten of Swords. Jeez. Tatiana's having a rough time. Tatiana is having a rough time. I can tell you that now, right? The Hierophant. Something got real serious real quick with Tatiana. Be random with me and Ultra V. Welcome to the stream. If I didn't already say hello to y'all, hope y'all having a good Tuesday night. Just saying the Hierophant. Tatiana, something got real serious real quick. It seems like there was something very weighted, something very serious came up, like boom, here it is. Ten of Swords. So they're having a rough time kind of dealing with it because they're having to put some work, some effort, some things going on over there that sort of make it happen and getting through some of these rough times with all of that. So that's the way it goes. Five of Wands is ultimately they're just going to have to fight their way to the top. They're going to have to make it happen and all of that other stuff. So, I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes. That is the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, Tatiana's just sort of bumped a little bit under the water here, and that's just sort of making the grade. So I mean, you gotta if you can extend us some support over there, then that would be great. As always, you know, get your support from your buddies and all of that other stuff. All right. Can I ask if he's going to follow through with our plans this year? All right. Shelly, by the way, is another PayPal dono. We're doing PayPal readings, by the way. We are going to catch up on all of the super chats. I appreciate you. Did not forget about anybody. Nobody. Got Holly up in here. Got Shelly right now. Holly, you're going to be after a few super chats. So let's get Shelly right now. Can I ask if he's going to follow through with our plans this year? Oh, no. Sounds like they made some serious plans. They made some serious plans. Oh, let's see what's going on. Man. Holly, you donated yesterday. You didn't get a chance. Don't see yesterday's donation, but Holly, I got you in the queue. You are coming up. All right, let's see what's going on. They're going to go through with plans. What is a good sort of going through, getting accepted, moving through? I'm just really thinking right now that this tarot right here, Little Wizards, I think is really going to sort of narrow down this because I think we need a level of accuracy that only the Little Wizards gives us and get some good stuff going through with all of that. So let's see what is happening here. All right. We're going to go with this one. Let's see. Are they going to follow through with the plans this year? All right. It sounds like that either the plans are really big or they haven't followed through before. That's what I'm saying. Really big. Oh, gee, justice. Wow. Strength, the chariot, and the rebirth reincarnation from that judgment. Shelly, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now that I really think that they will. We got a thumbs up coming up here. I think that they will. We got a lot of good indicators that they're really sort of taking this pretty seriously, right? The justice card. They're sort of looking at the rules. They're taking it seriously. They realize that there are some things that are pending, some things that are out there that need to be done and whatnot. They realize that you think that this is important. You're sort of on that mode of, hey, you know, you need to step up. If you make plans, if you say it, you need to do it kind of thing. And I think that's going to be a very, very strong indicator that they are going to do that. Strength card is a beautiful card here because it does say that we have the connection that we need. We know that we said something. We know that we made the plans. We know that it's still out there. And the chariot, we have to make a move on it. The chariot is so key, right? Now, a lot of cards that really could have ruined this reading right now. I'm going to tell you, a lot of cards that could have ruined it. Replace the chariot with maybe the tower or the death card or something like that. You got a whole different reading, but this just looks solid. It looks solid. Is the little wizard's mat? Yes, it is. But yeah, the chariot, we're going to make it happen. We're going to move on it. We're going to make it happen. Not going to be a problem. This is going to be a good focus with that. Now, the rebirth, the reincarnation, I do think it gets a little sketch near when the plans are implemented. A little bit sketch. It's almost like they're not ready to do it. You get a couple of like, you know, maybe I shouldn't be doing this kind of things, indication, but I think they're going to follow through. The chariot is in there. But yeah, that looks a little sketch. And I kind of agree with you. It looks a little sketch, kind of unsure what's going on, unsure where we're at and all this other stuff. By the way, Holly, I have not forgotten about you. You are coming up. We got a couple of things in there. Shelly says both. Not sure what both mean. Shelly, what you mean by both? Anyway, let's go to the next one. Christina, by the way, welcome. Good to see you. Oh man, Christina never comes on the stream anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully she'll come on the stream occasionally. Anyway, Priya, hello. Well, hello to you. What does KG think about me? Does KG like me at all? Is KG in that mode where they're ready to like me? They're ready to accept it. They're ready to make it happen. Let's go. Let's go right now. A little bit of this tarot over here and see where this is going to go. All right. What does KG think about me? Do they like me? Don't they like me? Where are we going with this kind of thing? What's happening with all of that good stuff? Magician and the ace and the 3. Ooh, I think so. I think that they do like you indeed. I think that they have some good expectations, some good plans, you kind of intrigue them in different ways, right? You sort of interest them and intrigue them. The magician, you seem to have things going on. You seem to have things organized. I'm kind of interested in what you're doing, how you're doing it. I kind of like the mode. Ace of Pentacles, I see this as a good opportunity to settle something, to get something stable out there, to put a foundation onto the house and whatnot. 3 of Wands, it really thinks that they're looking at you a little more than you think they are. They're really looking at you, either on social media, they're kind of scanning you, they're kind of thinking about you. They definitely have their eye on you, no doubt about it. And I think they are kind of excited about the potential or about what we can get done with that. And what does PP think about me? That is unusual set of initials there. PP. I mean, sure, why not? Yvette, welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's see what's going on with the this over here. 7 of Cups and the Star. Now, PP have some other, right? Some other things going on with that. And I mean, I'm just saying, the 7 of Cups, I think they're looking at other people. They're talking to other people. Just be aware that you have maybe some competition in here. Lani, I thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Overall, the Star says there's a little bit of instability here. You don't have that Ace of Pentacles kind of thing in here. It feels like there's a level of instability, a level of unknown with P about what they think of you. I think you're one of many people that they're looking at. I think that they they are kind of out there. They're really sort of hitting the streets with all this other stuff. And I wouldn't rely too much on a PP if it were me. Hey, that rhymes. Anyway, question about R. Now we got three initials. We got A, R, and M. If you put them together, YouTube user, it spells RAM. I mean, I'm just saying, it spells RAM. All right, insights in R's personality. How is he? I'm worried if he will get bored of him in the long run. Oh, let's see. Hopefully you don't get bored of him in the long. You just met him. You just met him. Hopefully you don't get bored of him this quick. You know, Evo, welcome. Good to see you. Hopefully they last at least a week. I mean, you know, you going through them pretty quick. Hopefully they'll last at least a week or whatnot. Okay, insight into their personality. All right, let's give them a whole psychological breakdown over here. We're going to say, first off, that the Nine of Wands, it says this is somebody who's come from a damaged relationship. And you already saw that. They already told you that. But the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. They're leaning on a stick. They're like, oh, man, they got the bandage over their head. I mean, the wounded warrior with that Nine of Wands. So that comes with a price. It comes with a price. The level of trust is not going to be there immediately because they just got screwed. The level of sort of connection, they're going to kind of hold back a little bit. So that's, you know, that they're going to hold back a little bit. So just be aware of that. I think that's going to be very important for you. But yeah, so just be aware they are the injured warrior. Now, the Three of Wands says that they have been looking for somebody that's good. And I think they are in a very picky situation where they want somebody good, decent. They want somebody that's going to be nice. They have a lot of expectations from you too. So I think you're both coming in there kind of, you know, very skeptical, very sort of wondering what's going on and all this other stuff. So I think that's important. Ace of Swords says talking it out is going to be their comfort zone. They want to know things. So they don't want you to sort of hint something or be emotional about something without telling them what it is. They want good, open communication. And I think that's what they didn't have in the previous relationship. And that's what they're looking for in this relationship. Ace of Swords says, I need that connection. I need that information coming through that. All right. After N, I refuse to chase after anyone. Will R take the lead and ask me on a date? I'm not chasing. All right. We're not going to chase. We're going to wait. We're going to wait, and we're not going to chase. We're going to see what happens. Will they ask us out? Queen of Cups, Six of Wands kind of says yes. That's a celebration. It's the, you know, it's the big Lord of Victory. YouTube user, thank you for the other donation. It is the big Lord of Victory. And, you know, the riding the horse through there going to be good. Queen of Cups says this is sort of an emotional thing for you. More emotional than they are emotional about that. So you're like, here's the hard lines. Here's kind of my expectations and whatnot. The Queen of Cups says, yeah, they're going to understand that. They're going to sort of go in the tradition and they're going to make it happen. Wheel of Fortune says getting to know them is going to be a process. It's going to be an extended process. Just be aware of that. It's not something you can rush, not something that's going to be good for you to rush into. Overall, we're going with a nice little thumbs up on that one. And we use one of our newest decks over there too. That is nice. I like it. Okay. Let's see. We got another YouTube user question. Holly, I did not forget about you. Holly, I did not forget about you. You're coming up after the YouTube user 80 question spam. I mean, let's go. R feels for me, I'm confused and I'm lost. Do we have that connection from R? And that's going to be the critical point here. Do we have that connection from R? Let's see what's going on with that. Adrienne, welcome. Good to see you. All right, Holly, you are indeed next. You are next. So thank you for your patience, Holly. This channel normally has like 60 donations during a stream. So it's always busy, Holly, up in the Tarot Oracle show. Okay, let's look. If it's for me, I'm confused. The lovers, that should cinch it. That should cinch it, right? I mean, come on. We got that. We got that.
Hooray!
So the lovers kind of narrows it down and says yes. I feel the same way. I feel some connection. I think we're good. Everything looks pretty good. And that 3 says the celebration, the good feelings, the good emotions are coming out, and it feels like there's a lot of synchronicity between both of you. So I think they feel the same way you do, and I think they are rocking it. Page of Cups, though, says they're not ready to open the door to their heart quite yet, right? So I like you. Let's go. Let's see where this happens. Let's see where this goes. But they're not quite ready to open their heart just yet. And I think that's one of the big keys, because I think you're not, they're not. And that's why in a previous reading, when you said, where is this going to go? I kind of hinted at like a, sort of a friends with benefits kind of thing. So we're sort of developing something. But we're doing it slowly. We're doing it non-committal because it seems like both of y'all have had your injuries, your band-aids, and that Knight of Wands moment indeed. Holly, I promised you were next, and now we are making it. Now we are making it happen. Didn't get to the question last night. Okay, here is the question. All right, here we go. We got Holly. Holly is finally up and running, making it happen. Holly, let's get you a special deck tonight. We're getting tonight the best deck, Holly, that I have in my collection just for you. The Victorian Romantic Tarot, version 4, not 3, not 2, version 4. All right. Well, I have romance with RJM. That is the key. That is the key. And that is what we call on the stream, by the way, a tarot throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
So a tarot throwdown is where you take the opportunity to get 2 options and to put them head to head, just like a big, Super Bowl, except it's with tarot cards. It's a big Super Bowl with tarot cards, Holly. Hope you're excited. You waited so long. We're going to make it happen tonight. Let's do it. Let's not do that, but let's do this and let's make that happen and see what's going on with all of this stuff. All right. On this side of the throwdown, Holly, is your Taurus. Your Taurus. On this side is your Gemini. Now, who's going to win? I mean, who's going to win? We're taking bets. We're taking bets. We don't pay as well as the lottery, but we're taking bets over here. 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. I can tell you now, the Taurus is a big old waste of time. It just looks like a little bit of a waste of time here. You have every indication that maybe they're looking at somebody else, or maybe they're sort of eyeing somebody else in the background and not really taking you all that seriously. But the other way it happened. Christina, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you. 7 of Cups, right? 7 of Cups. I have a lot of other options. I mean, Holly got a lot of other options out there. It's a big world with 8 gazillion people or what have you. We got plenty of options out there for other people. Ace of Cups says I'm looking at other options indeed. Maybe I'm not taking everything 100% seriously up here, but it just feels like that they're not going to get too dedicated. Ultimately, the 3 of Swords is the upset card. It's that card where things just kind of go awry. Things kind of go south a little bit. It just doesn't look like the opportunity is going to make it the way that you would like. Instead, we're going to break it. All right, now let's look at the Gemini, shall we? Hopefully the Gemini has a little bit better stuff. Gemini does have better options. If you're going to make a romance, you have the Gemini looks like just a little bit better of an option as far as sort of getting some dedication, getting some sort of commitment, what have you. I think the Gemini is out there. 8 of Wands, I'm ready to move, ready to make it happen. The Gemini is kind of very upfront and ready to go. And that's kind of what you want, right? When you got somebody that has a sort of a rating or you're kind of interested, you want some action, you want some real stuff happening with them. Lester, thank you for your donation. 8 of Wands says, I get that movement that I need. Because you want to move forward. You don't want to get stalled out with that 3 of Swords, with that breakup, with that ace. It just doesn't look like that connection could be a lot of things. King of Swords says the Gemini does indeed have 2 different sides on this. They have one one very serious side where they seem interested and what have you. And then they have another side where they just seem totally checked out, like they're not interested at all. And that's kind of an 8 of Cups. It feels like, is this person really serious and whatnot? But you got to understand that they are sort of very emotionally based about their decisions, where they're going, what they're doing, and whatnot. That Gemini needs to be sort of treated, a little bit gingerly at first until you figure out kind of how to read them. Because reading them is going to be different. They do have, indeed, the twins seems to be very active indeed, right? The King of Swords. Some days I'm very interested. Other days I couldn't care less. It just feels like they have that dynamic going on. Ultimately, if you want to choose a romance, I would choose the Gemini, and I would skip kind of I would skip kind of the Taurus. But as with all things, entertainment purposes only, it's just tarot cards, so take it with a grain of salt. Now we are going to jendeukie is up next. Is or my soulmate, karmic partner, are they my twin flame? We're going to keep the Victorian romantic tarot out for this because I think that's a good question. Jendeukie, is that karmic? Is it sort of a soulmate? Is it something that does have a level of things that reach beyond this world? The Magician, ooh, very interesting indeed. 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. I do think that this has a level of karma involved with it based upon the 10 of Pentacles. It feels like we have an old school style thing, like a previous life. We've had a life together. We've known each other before. So I do think you have a level of that karma, a level of that dedication, a level of that sort of pushing through with this individual. So I do think you do have a karmic relationship here indeed. And the Magician says the relationship just worked. That's what is sort of an easier thing to happen here, right? It's sort of an easier thing. You do have basically the Magician being that everything goes easy. I don't have to work at it. I don't have to pursue it. I don't have to sort of just, go through it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do a lot of work. And the Magician says it just works easily. And that's because of the karmic aspect that you have encountered here. Ultimately, the Nine of Swords says moving forward is going to be quick, easy. It's not going to be a problem if you can get it. The action going. I think the action sort of takes itself over, and there's not a lot of stress, not a lot of work involved once things get sort of hammered out or things get at least started. It's like pushing the Volkswagen down a hill to get it started, kind of thing. Anyway, AB is next. AB wants to know, what can my husband expect with his job in the coming months? Brea, welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? Christina, thank you for your compliment. I appreciate you. All right. What are we going to use? What are we going to use? Let's use some cat decks. Get some meow mix up in here. Some cat decks and all that stuff. I don't know where Salem is. Salem does not like to be on the camera. I mean, I'm just saying, Salem does not like to be on the camera. So just be aware. If you want to see Salem, it is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity when Salem comes in here and doesn't try to run off when I say camera or something like that. She knows I'm streaming. She knows I'm going to hold her up to the camera, and then she runs off because she's like, no, you're not going to pick me up right now. You'll pick me up when you're not talking to yourself over there in the corner. But while you're talking to yourself, I know that you're going to hold me up in front of that camera. Anyway, what can my husband expect with his job in the coming months? Oh, geez, there's a lot of competition where they're at. There's a big increase in either stress or competition in the job, right? Brea, thank you for your donation. There's a big thing, sort of a stress or competition that gets introduced into the job. This sort of part of the job suddenly it just comes out of nowhere. Reiki, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. But yeah, you got a little bit of the Five of Wands action, that fire. You see that fire and that Five of Wands. That's not even playing around anymore. That fiery aspect to that. That's what I'm expecting. A level of increase in competition, maybe some new blood, maybe some basically some money that needs to go around. There's a lot of kind of thing happening with that. Page of Wands says basically they're going to get stuck with somebody that is very incompetent or doesn't know what they're doing. Either they have to train them or they have to sort of figure out how to deal with this individual. Indeed, we're doing that. Justice says there's a big rebalance coming up at work. So if if you're worried about sort of a rebalance, people gotten rid of, bringing different people in, I think that's indeed going to happen. Yeah, justice. We're balancing things out. We're making it happen in that regard. Ultimately, the Three of Swords says people are going to get cut. All right. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. This is just a tarot reading, but you got a little bit of that Three of Swords, that cutting card. The Three of Swords is all about cutting. There are going to get people are going to get cut from that environment. I don't think that your husband's going to be one of them, because I just don't see that. I mean, you'd have a Ten of Swords, you'd have an Eight of Cups, you'd have something that would indicate a level of instability. You just don't have it in this reading. But are there some things to be concerned about? Are there some things that are sort of pending up there? And I think the husband may be sort of aware of this, even intuitively maybe, and they're kind of like, well, you know, what's going to happen with the job? I think they feel like something's brewing. And I think that you are there, or I think the husband is correct indeed. All right. Will they change their mind, or should I look for a new job? Oh, geez. We'll do for throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
We're going to get the traditional throwdown cards up in here today. A little bit of the thought action, making it happen over here. That's what I'm talking about. John's like, that is a blazing fire. John, you are correct. That is a blazing fire up in here. All right. Well, they changed their mind. It's going to be up here. And I should look for a new job. It's going to be down here. All right. I mean, they got to do, this is a 1 or a 0 kind of choice here. IL, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. All right. Over here, will they change their mind? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Man, the Hermit, that Virgo, right? The Virgo, they're rethinking stuff. Okay, now don't be confused here. They're rethinking stuff. I think that's important. Let me say it again. I hate to say it like again, because I have to do it. I have to do it. Why are they reconsidering things? That Virgo, they're shining a light over here on this. It feels like the pathway that they're doing ain't working. Okay, so if you're looking at them changing their mind, the pathway that we're doing isn't working. And that's a hard reality, IL. It is. Because you know that whatever you did, whatever planning thing you instigated, whatever thing you were excited about, that's not something you want to stick with. That ain't working. All right. Now, this has a little bit of the Taurus bull happening. I think either they're too caught up in it, they're too stubborn, they're too committed to it to change their mind. All right. So I'm going to say they're not changing their mind, even though they know this isn't working. They're not going to change their mind. And that has got to be frustrating indeed. Should I look for a new job? That answer is yes. Now, obviously, entertainment purposes only. Maybe it's because, IL, that they don't change their mind. Maybe it's because they don't have any common sense to see shit ain't working, and let's do it anyway, right? Let's do it anyway, even though it ain't working. Because you have the kite, you have the motion, you have the activity of getting out and getting away, making some big movement. You really wouldn't have this unless you were in that mode. And the Two of Cups, finding a new initiative, finding something that's going to be better off for you ultimately, even though that's not what you want to do. I mean, it's clear it's not what you want to do. So, very, very specific reading. Hope it helped. But we'll go with the next reading in here. What is T.E.S. current feelings towards me? Do they even like me anymore? Let's find out. Let's go with the little Buddha, because you know the little Buddha's got something to say. Got something to say about that. Something to say about that. Garbage Pail Kids. When is that tarot coming out? Did it already come out? I did not order that one. I did not order that one. So, I mean, that's it. That is it indeed. John is amazed with the thumbs up. Well, thank you, John. I appreciate that. John, John, let's talk. John, you still here? Look, John, let's talk. John Marvin, I'm just saying now, I've been on YouTube for 11 and a half years, John. I've made 2,300 plus videos on this channel. That is hundreds of hours of free content about tarot. And John, I think you like tarot because you're here. And if you like tarot, this is a channel to be on. We got tarot news. Tarot news is something I do every 2 weeks. It has literally dozens and dozens and dozens of all the new decks that you want to see, that you want to buy. We got infinite amount of tutorials. I got a complete Thoth tutorial. I got my own system here. I've written 3 books on sale. Link in the description, the audio book down there as well. This is a place to hang out, John. Stream every single night. Every single night. Suzanne, I thank you for your sub. I appreciate you. Stream it everything. John, this is the place to be. Like if you like tarot, you're like, I kind of like this. I want to see. This is a place to hang out. You're going to learn more about tarot on this channel than any other channel out there. And hopefully I try to make it fun and entertaining. If you like, John, all of that stuff that I do for you for free, hit that like and the sub button, John. I greatly appreciate it. And feel free to join us. We're here again every night. Everybody in chat just is an amazing human being and absolutely one of your best friends. You're gonna make all sorts of new friends in chat. Just saying. 3 of Pentacles with this. What are the current feelings? We got a 7 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and a 5 of Pentacles. This is a lot of Pentacles. When you see the Empress rising, when you see this many Pentacles, you see this many coins in this mix, it feels like that they really want something stable. They really want something serious. They really want something substantive out of this connection. And that's what you need. That is what you need. Is what I'm saying. 3 of Pentacles. Let's come together to make this happen. It almost feels like that they want to work with you. They want to do some stuff. They want to get out and have some fun with you. 7 of Cups, right? They have mixed emotions. I'm not going to lie. A little bit of a mixed emotions about sort of where you're at, what they want. You're kind of hard to read sometimes. I'm just saying, right? You're kind of hard to read sometimes. The way it is, it's all good. Shayla, thank you for your sub. I appreciate you. But yeah, the 8 of Pentacles. I want to work with you. You don't get a 3 and an 8 like this unless I want to work with you. I want to be a part of this connection. 5 of Pentacles says, I mean, this is not exactly the best kind of connection, but that's it. But that's it. So anyway, that is all. That's all that happens. Except when Thursdays are on date night. Yeah, that is true. I do like to take an occasional day off here and there. Thursdays seem to be sort of iffy. Here's what happens Thursday, okay? I have the Patreon stream. If you're not a member of Patreon, link right here, by the way. I have the Patreon stream. That's when I spend an hour with you guys. I mean, you want to ask questions. You want to see like what's going on. You want to ask something specific. You want to talk to me. You want to get a personal one-on-one lesson. That's what Thursday nights are. And after that, my voice is kind of sore. So that's why I take the Thursday nights off. I do want to eliminate the Sunday nights off. So just maybe the Thursday. But I need that Thursday to relax my vocal cords, my voice, and kind of wind down a little bit and whatnot. Anyway, everybody needs a little time away, or so they say. Anyway, let's go with a little bit of adventurer tarot for Samantha V up in here. With Cynthia backstabbing my ass at the old job in LA. Oh, geez. Cynthia's at it again. So Cynthia's still at it again. Oh, let's see if Cynthia's going to be, what's Cynthia going to be doing with all this? I mean, what's Cynthia doing over there in LA? Let's see if that's going to be a thing over here. Let's look at Cynthia backstabbing you. Moon in the Knight of Swords, indeed. They got the sword in there. They are indeed backstabbing you. I am just saying that 8 of Cups. It feels like that they didn't like it when you left. They didn't like it when you sort of had something going on, and they just had some sort of an attitude, right? Cynthia's always kind of got that attitude, but a little bit more so since you're not around. Tarot D, what's going on? How you doing? But yeah, they didn't like you leaving. A little bit of an upset there. Evo, thank you for your donation. Overall, the Moon says, yeah, they have backstabs. They are doing a little bit of the backstab. Knight of Swords. They got the sword right here. I mean, Samantha, you can see them coming up with the sword, ready for the stabbings. I mean, they are ready. It's like the Psycho movie. They are ready. Wait for somebody to be in the shower and just be like, reet. Anyway, is Eric still talking about me behind my back? A lot of people talking about some things going on over there. All right. Hopefully Eric is not doing the same thing. I mean, Cynthia's bad enough. We don't need Eric helping. How about Eric opt out of helping? That would be great. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what's going on with that. Is Eric still talking about us behind our back? Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Ace of Swords. I really don't think Eric is doing what Cynthia is doing. All right, I'm just going to say that now. Eric is not really doing the same thing. Now, there are a level of sort of swords that are up here. Eric is communicating about you occasionally, but it's nothing just like really bad. Jendeukie, thank you for your other donation. Ace of Swords says they talk about you sometimes, right? But this is sort of the thing. Hermit says, I'm just going to keep, live and let live. I'm keeping to myself. I think Eric is more of that. Keep to the self. Don't be doing all that, the way it is. Knight of Pentacles, they're sort of doing their business or minding their own business here, keeping to themselves. I really don't think Eric is doing that. We're going to go with a thumbs down up here and just say no. I mean, Cynthia, yes. Eric is pretty chill. Eric is pretty chill. I don't think Eric really needs all that in their life. Anyway, oh geez, the Gemini is back. Feeling some distance from the Gemini. How will the communication go this week? What can we expect to achieve when he gets back next week? Let's get serious with this. Let's go with my tarot deck over here. You know my tarot deck's going to get a good read on here. If you don't have it, by the way, link in the description. It's on sale. It's on sale. This deck, I hand painted everything in this deck. Look how thick this boy is. This is a thick boy, and it's called the Waterfall Tarot. Link in the description if you want one. It's still on sale for cheaper than most Amazon decks. You get a handmade deck. Look at the card quantity. That is thick. That is 330 GS. This is thick. And that is a beautiful deck of cards. You get it for $19. That's it, $19, because I don't believe in inflation. I don't think inflation's a thing. I'm not raising my price. My price is going to stay the same. My price is going to stay the same, right? That's just how it goes. Samantha V and Jasmine, I thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. So if you want this deck, you want my hand-painted deck, then hit that link, get it for the cheapest price. It's cheaper than Amazon. You're going to get a new deck off Amazon. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Distance, what can we expect when they come back? What is going on? How will the communication go? Man, communication looks pretty clean. The communication, if we get some communication this week, it looks pretty clean. And that's what I'm saying with the Four of Wands. I'm building structure. I'm building things. I'm making things happen. I'm making things sort of go the way I want it to go. I think they're sort of a little bit opening up, relaxing a little bit. I think it feels really good about what they're doing. The Gemini is going to be all sorts of sort of this and that, a little distant here and the little chase over there. Two of Wands says they're thinking about you. That's what you kind of need to know. They're thinking about you. Very important. So if you're looking for kind of, are they on my mind? What's going on? I think they are. The Two of Wands says so. Four of Wands says, I'm ready to build a structure. I'm ready to build a happy home, happy family with it. And the celebration with the Six of Wands. From the 4 to a 6 is beautiful. The 6 brings about harmony. It brings about a balance in the force, So this is looking pretty good overall. Now, what can we expect to achieve when he gets back next week? I think they're ready to work on the relationship. I think they're ready to work on this connection, right? The Three of Pentacles. I got requirements, see, because they got the requirements in the hand. They got, by the way, trivia. Do you know what is written on the specifications on my tarot deck? It says, nobody reads the README, which is a computer programmer joke, basically a software developer joke. Basically, the first rule of software development is nobody reads the README, because every software developer will make a file called README. They'll put it into the software somewhere, and literally nobody reads it. Anyway, but yeah, they're willing to work on stuff, right? The Three of Pentacles. I'm willing to work on stuff, willing to get together, make it happen, get that community kind of thing going with that. Temperance says things balance out. There are two sides, right? There are two extremes. One extreme, just blowing up your phone. Another extreme, there's nobody, sort of too much distance or anything like that. But the Temperance says, let's balance those two things out and get normal and get more normal. And that's what you need. That is what you need. Yeah, the trivia, because I will ask that for a giveaway. I'm just saying. Nobody reads the README. Okay, story time. Funny story time. We did have, at one place that I worked, we had a production issue. basically where the application, it had hundreds and hundreds of users, and it just stopped working, right? It stopped working. And basically nobody knew why. So we're on this triage call and all this other stuff. And I saw a file called README, and I said, well, you know, they were screen sharing. So I saw a file called README, and I said, can you open the README? And they were like, what do you mean? I said, there's a file called README. Can you open it? And they go, sure. And the guy opens the README, and it said in the README, do not put an IP address for the SQL Server connection in the config. You need to put a fully qualified, you know, an FQDN. So if they had put an IP address in there, and they should have put the FQDN, right, with a port number, and they put the IP address and it didn't work. And if they had read the README, we could have saved 3 hours on a phone call. But anyway, that goes back. Again, nobody reads the README. First rule of software development. All right, let's go. R's opinion to me so far, I'm just kind of curious. 5 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Really good emotional connection, really good emotional resonance, a lot of good stuff like that. Right? 9 of Cups, I like it a lot. We're gonna have a party, we're gonna have some few drinks, make it happen. Page of Pentacles says, again, taking it slow. They're feeling you out, you're feeling them out. No, you know, no pun intended. 5 of Pentacles says, I mean, you're both in this storm of X's, right? You're both in this storm of, you have all of this rain coming down. You're both connected in this storm of drama and X's and stuff like that. So it's very difficult to sort of build anything just yet. So we got to go Page of Pentacles and sort of make it slow. And that is their opinion of you, right? Anyway, see what's going on with that. Well, where will me and our connection be by the end of the year? Now that is interesting. Let's see if we're going to have a connection at all, if we're going to have it survive until the end of the year, because I did say it does sort of, you know, sort of fade out a little bit, you know. We'll see what's going on. Where will the connection be? 2 of Pentacles. So I do think y'all get into hard choices. I do think both of y'all have other options. You do get a hard choice where you have to sort of make, is this going to be this person? Is it going to be that person? What can I have to do right now? Because the 7 of Cups says, again, I think you both have other options for love. You're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to sort of make it. 2 of Swords says, ultimately, it feels like there's a big separation between where they want to go and where you want to go. I think that's the big key here. So you're going to have to resolve that because we're blindfolded to kind of the different goals that are within here indeed. So there you go. There is where you're going to be by December, which is right around the corner. That's kind of weird. How does H of the Libra feel about me? Also want to know. Let's see. Leo, Scorpio feel about me. So we got 2. How do they feel about me? Let's go to the Tarot Tower and let's see what we can cook up over here. I want to keep with the new decks. I definitely do. What should I be using here? In the new deck vein, let's go with the Anime Tarot. Anime Tarot looks pretty clean for this. Now, this is not the bad Anime Tarot. We will be returning the bad Anime Tarot. I'm going to say now, we will be returning it. It's already warping, so I'm not really excited about that part. It's like, really? We're already warping? Yeah, man. You know, and I know that you can shuffle the cards or you can put a dehumidifier or whatever. You know, I don't want to do all that. I just want a deck that works. You know, when you get my deck in the mail, it doesn't warp because I made sure it doesn't warp because I care. And apparently the person that made this doesn't care. How does H feel about me? Hermit, Queen of Discs, the 6 of Discs. Ultimately, this person is going to be more work than you want to put forth. And let me say that now. they're going to be more work than you want to put forth. And that's sort of the key point here. The Hermit. It feels like there's a big disconnect between you and H. It feels like there's a lot of sort of work that needs to be involved. The Six of Discs. You're going to have to give. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot. There's going to be kind of a difficult indeed to make this sort of work long term. Can you do it? Yes. Is it going to be possible? Yes. Is he want to put the work on? Maybe not. It's called the Anime Tarot. It's not that there's two. Don't get the other one. You want to get this one. Anyway, but yeah, the Queen of Disc. This is going to be something you have to dedicate a little bit more time to. Ultimately, I think that they like you, but the Hermit says, I'm not really committed that much. A very sort of lightweight, not very heavy kind of thing. No, this is not the one where the truck runs over somebody. No, this is not. We're not going to be doing that one. Okay. I want to know the... how does Leo feel about me? This one looks pretty good, even though we have sort of a challenge, Three of Swords in between. It looks like that they're hard to get into. It looks like they're hard to communicate with sometimes. It looks like they're difficult to understand sometimes, or to sort of get in their head. And that's sort of the way they work, right? The Leo, they're very independent. Got sort of the Leo mane, maybe. They're very extroverted. But yeah, they just do their own thing. Eight of Discs says they're worth the wait. They're worth the work if you're willing to put it in there. I think that once you sort of get in their circle, I think that it really makes everything great. Hanged Man said, ultimately, we don't see eye to eye on many things, but there is such a potential. There is such a good thing about that. And I think that they like you. I think that they like to put you in the inner circle. Now, be aware that once you're in the inner circle, everything is easy mode from there. But getting in there is kind of sort of the unusual part. Anyway, but that is the Anime Tarot, the good one. Do not get the other one where people are getting mowed down by trucks. And I'm sure that's probably, like everybody's saying, that's an anime trope. And, I should get with the program and all this other stuff. I just don't want to deal with it. I read professionally. In other words, I'm going to sit in front of a client and I'm going to put a tarot deck on the table. And if the tarot deck has some little girl getting mowed down by a truck, that's not something I want on the table. I mean, that's the bottom line. And that's just me, though. I mean, maybe somebody out there is like, I'd love for people to get mowed down by a truck. I mean, that'd be great for my clients. Not me. Not me. That's not something I'm going to put on the table, because people ask all the time about weird cards, man, when you're in a private reading. So I don't want to deal with that extra garbage. I got things to do in my life. I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes trying to convince somebody that, that a little girl getting mowed down by a truck is hilarious. I don't want to go there. But I mean, if y'all do, then feel free to pick that up, Anyway, you can send it to me if you want. No, I'm sending it back to Amazon. I'm getting my $20 back. I got things to do with my $20, like invest in some stocks or something, Anyway, would I get the job at Chicago Airport or at the store in my town? Oh, what are we doing here? We need one more card. What are we doing here? I got that Empress. I really think the store in your town is the best opportunity. We're going with the party balloons here. I think the store in your town is it. What kind of indicators do we have? All right. What kind of indicators do we have? The first thing we got is a King of Cups, the isolation of your town. And the King of Cups, water all around, but the king sort of isolated. They're on an island and all this other stuff. And then we got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, as you know, is sort of the follow-up card to the Seven of Pentacles, where we're planting seeds for success in our town. And then we have the harvest. The harvest is here, Bree, and we are harvesting in our town, in our locale where we are at. The Empress says what we know is going to be the best place to. What we know. Because the Empress says we know the people in the town. We know the customers. We're going to run into people that we know, that we're already familiar with. And that's going to be kind of exciting indeed. So you do want to kind of have that. It's going to be a level of comfort, level of good times with that. You are looking at Chicago Airport airport too. But I think you settle with the hometown, right? The Queen of Cups, very emotional, kind of sort of based in here. And we're ready to go with all of that stuff. By the way, that is the Luna Bears Tarot. At the beginning, I showed the picture. Outlook for August. August, I can't believe August is here. What the hell happened to July? Where did July even go? I have no clue, zero idea where July even went. But yeah, July is out of here. July is out of here. So yeah, tomorrow, the Fed is going to announce another rate hike, and I'm going to see what's happening with the stock market. By the way, I'm making a video on how to play the stock market with tarot cards. All right. It's going to be a pretty complex video. But I mean, hey, if you want to play some tarot cards, it's all gambling at the end of the day. Playing the lottery, playing the stock market, it's all gambling. But way you go. Stock market is much more expensive gambling. Lottery is $2. I mean, we can do $2. $2 not a problem. Anyway, outlook for August. What's going to happen with that? Three of Pentacles, Reiki, new job, new opportunity, new something with that. The three is all about the creation aspect, the giving birth, sort of getting re-excited about things, getting enthralled with stuff. The Three of Pentacles, either a new job, new requirements, new things, new open doors, new something is going to be there. The reason I say it's a new something, because the Three of Pentacles, like every card, it's got 100 different meanings. Let's look at what follows it, Reiki. You're looking at the Fool, okay? You're looking at going on an adventure. So when I say a new opportunity, that you go on the adventure too. That's the cool part, right? So the good combo. By the way, if you want to know combos, link in the description for my book, Tarot Combos, explains all this crap. You have the Fool right next to the Three. That is sort of embarking upon something after it's created. Definitely pretty excited about that in August. Now the Sun, man, it feels like that you get either stuck somewhere, you get kind of stranded somewhere. Let me make a recommendation now. If you're going somewhere, be sure you got your phone on you all the time. It feels like you're stuck somewhere. You get stranded, stuck. You just get stuck somewhere. Basically, with the Sun, right? Sort of in the Sun with that. Went on the adventure. Made a little bit too much of an adventure, what have you. But I just think that's kind of where it's at. Overall, the King of Swords. Overall, in August, especially after the second week, you need to take charge and sort of very much tell people, before you commit to anything, what you expect out of stuff, what you expect out of things that are happening. Because I think somebody is asking you to do something or somebody's requesting something and you get involved in it and it's not exactly what you signed up for at the end of the day. All right, I signed up for IL at the end of the day. IL is like, look, I need a new job. Am I going to get a new job? We're going to get something going here with that. We ran out of all the new fancy decks. It's time for old school tarot, my friends. The manga, the traditional manga, not the old manga, not the new manga, the traditional manga tarot for IL. Can I get a new job by August? I mean, that's like 4 days or something. I mean, IL. I mean, you got requirements for me, that's fine. But I'm just saying, that's only 4 days. Unless you're saying August is included, then that's 34 days. I don't know. Let's see what goes on with here. Oh, geez. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and a King of Wands. It clearly says you need to try because there's something involved with you trying. There's something involved with you opening that door, letting the universe know that I want a job. And you're sort of reaching out, you're sort of requesting it. You're telling the universe, this is what I want. I think that begins a process. And I think that begins a process that finds you the new job. Two of Swords says finding the new job is more difficult than you had anticipated, and it takes longer than what you anticipated as well. Five of Pentacles says ultimately no for this, but don't give up with that, right? Rose, I thank you for your donation. Don't give up with that. Five of Pentacles says not by your timeline, but you put it out to the universe that you wanted something, and the universe provides. Okay, it takes a little time for it to figure out what's going on. It takes a little time to connect because these two are disconnected with this too. But you got the universe out there. You made it happen. And I think it's important to go ahead and start that, get that cranking, and definitely get it moving, right? Get it moving. Get the Volkswagen, start pushing that down the hill so you can start it. Anyway, will I have a second child in the future? Ooh, love pregnancy readings. I love having children readings. We're going to go with a Wonder World Tarot. This is a beautiful one. Beautiful one for having a second child indeed. Let's see what's going on with that. Evo, thank you for your donation again. I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, let's see. Just need to own a bookstore. I don't know. I don't think bookstores are going to be that profitable now that you can buy books online. I don't know. But maybe that's just me though. Let's see. Will I have a second child? Queen of Swords, King of Coins, and the Four of Cups. I do think you don't have any of the traditional cards that I want, all right? I wanted a Page. I wanted the Six of Cups. I really wanted the Ten of Cups. I wanted the Empress. I wanted all of this stuff, and I got none of it. What I got was a Queen of Swords with a King of Coins. But I think the culmination of these two forces does give us the opportunity for having another baby indeed. The Queen of Swords is sort of motioning over here with sort of, the sword happening there. King of Coins seems to be pretty settled, pretty good. So I do think that you have the coins or sort of the seeds that are wandering around, they're making it happen. You got the swords, you got the open opportunity, you got sort of the butterflies indicating sort of the creation process from the caterpillar and stuff. So this is sort of a long stretch. But I'm going to say, yeah. We're going to go with the party balloons. You're going to have confetti. You're going to have party balloons all over the place. I do think that you do have a second child coming in the future. Again, this is sort of a stretch based upon the graphics and whatnot, but the way it is, the way it goes, I like it and I think it's going to be good because
everybody loves the D.
All right. Would R and I make a good match? Jendeukie's straight to the point. Jendeukie's not playing around anymore. Like R, me. Is it a good match? Right? Let's just go straight there because maybe it is, maybe it's not. Specialty bookstores sometimes do okay. Indeed, they do. I agree with you. Celine, welcome. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight, Celine? Good to see you. By the way, we are ending soon. Let's put up the ending soon graphic. Any further donations are going to have to be pushed off until tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. Anyway, let's see. Miss Tarot D, some readings to get back to. Miss Tarot D, thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you hanging out. We will see you tomorrow. Okay, let's look at Jendeukie. Would R and I make a good match overall? Oh, Jesus, you would. Look at that Lovers. That's not even hesitating. That's not playing. Jendeukie's not playing around. Jendeukie, you're not playing around anymore. The Tarot's not playing around either. The Tarot's just not playing around. At this point, it's not done. It's not done. All right? You got the Lovers. First card out of the box, it's not even playing, okay? Lover says yes. That's an easy thumbs up. Easy thumbs up on that. I didn't have to do a whole lot of anything, is what I'm saying. Four of Coins, though, right? R is not going to be as open as you like. They're not going to be as communicative as you like. They are going to have some secrets, it seems. It's going to be like dragging, just dragging information out of them. It's like, oh, my God, why can't you just be, why can't you just talk to me? It doesn't look like that. That's the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, Knight of Wands talks about that fiery aspect, and that's kind of what you need here, and I do think it is coming. So yeah, you are a good match. The Lovers card, even if you eliminated all the other cards out of there, and you only had the Lovers in there, That's kind of like, yeah. That's kind of like, yeah, still, you know? Anyway, all right. A general love reading for Jasmine. Let's get Jasmine some love up in here. Jasmine needs a love. Jasmine deserves some wonderful, awesome love. That's what I'm talking about. What kind of things can we do up here? Let's get... You know, I said we're going new school. We're going old school, though. We're going over here for this tarot deck right here. I always forget the name. So Andrew knows the name, I think. Andrew knows the name, but I always forget the name. You think I would write it down, but, you know, I've got like 250 decks. I just don't care anymore. I'm at a point... I'm at a point where my brain is full of application development, software stuff, and I really don't have any more room for some of the tarot decks I only use once a month. Anyway, general love reading. Oh, Jesus, the Empress, the Tower, and a Queen of Wands. This is beautiful. This is beautiful indeed. I think you are looking at some love coming, some good stuff, making it happen with that. There you go. Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. There you go. Thank you, Andrew. But yeah, the Empress. It's all about getting the love, getting the comfort that you need, getting sort of the action that you need to, and just having a level of just sort of, I like where I'm at. And that's what you need. I like where I'm at, because the Empress is so comfortable. You look at the Empress. She's on this cushion. She's got a waterfall, nature. She's got, birds. Everything is beautiful. Then you look at the Emperor. He's on like this hard throne made of stone. Screw that. The Empress is all about comfort. I think you get comfortable with love. Tower says don't get comfortable too much, though. There is a level of disruption. There is a level of sort of, excitement maybe, or drama, or there's a level of something that always kind of interrupts things sometimes. But if you sort of embrace that, sort of roll with it, I don't think it's going to be a big problem. Overall, Queen of Wands says love is kind of in your court. You have a remarkable amount of control over what's going on with love indeed. So I think that is important. Okay. Tarot of Enchanted Soul. We'll do that. We're going to go to Sam V. Is C talking about me to Eric? Oh my, we got all sorts of wild things going on there. Let's get some cats. We get some cats. We need some meow mix up in here. Get some guys. Oh, speaking of which, we got Salem. Come here, Salem. Come here. You want to be on TV? All right, we got Salem. We got Salem over here. Let's go over here and all right. Let's get this moved. Here we go. All right, we got Salem over here. Salem's like, say hello, Salem. Say hello, Salem. Like, hello. He's like, hello, Salem. Say hello. She's like, let me down, Daddy. Let me down. All right. Oh, by the way, I got a new fancy thing. So I can find Salem at night. I got a new fancy thing. Let me show you what it is. It's a little LED light. It's a little LED light. So at nighttime, Salem's got the LED light on her collar, and I can see where Salem is at. See, look at that. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? A little LED light on Salem. Because I don't know where you're at sometimes. Salem's like, let me down, Daddy. Let me down. All right. Okay. Anyway, there's Salem's appearance. Salem let me pick her up. She doesn't like being held like that. But anyway, how old is she now? Salem's coming up on a year. Anyway, all right, is she talking to me or talking about me to Eric? Let's see. Salem looks just like my cat. Well, there you go. All right, let's see what's going on here. Are they talking about you? Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. I think your name's come up, yes. Your name has come up, definitely here. The Two of Wands, right? We remember you, we have there. I don't think they're talking smack. The Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. It feels like, hey, you remember Samantha? What about Samantha here and all this other stuff? But yeah, the Queen of Wands says there's definitely some interaction, some things going on with the discussion there. So overall, we'll go with a thumbs up indeed. I mean, the thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up too, if you haven't hit thumbs up, that like and that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate if you hit that. It helps me as a creator to create. It brings some other people in here, brings all the new people up in here. All right, let's see. YouTube user, last question. All right, YouTube user, I'm getting your other question tomorrow. Last question. Follow up from last reading. Does R want connection to go by the end of Followed from last reading. Our stream isn't up yet. Me and him on the same boat. Last reading. Does R want our connection to go forward by the end of 2022? Okay, does R want this? Does R want the extension of the connection and all that other stuff? When is the next video coming? You mean when is the next stream? It's tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Anyway, last reading is R want our connection to extend to it. Six of Wands says yes, they're having a good time. They think that we have a lot of possibilities. Hey, let's, we both looking for people. Let's make it happen. We got some good stuff. We communicate well. Let's make it happen. So that's going to be a yes. Strength is a connection card. It's not just a patience. It's not a strength card. It's not just a Leo card. It is a connection card. We're making a connection here. I think they like the connection. Ultimately, the Hanged Man says yes. We do have some disagreements. We're not on the same page. We do have a level of sort of, pain, a level of sort of stuff that we have to deal with. But ultimately, we like the connection. Let's keep it going. And the last reading of the night is from Rose. Rose wants to know something. They want to know, will my husband's contract get extended? Man, we really want to see an 8 of Pentacles up in here. 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, anything that sort of extends it, right? Movement cards and all this. Let's see what's going on with that. It's easier to spot her if I was shining a light at night. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, since she's difficult to spot at night, I got to say that now. So that LED light, it helps sometimes. Anyway, the battery runs out pretty quick. I've had to change it like twice now. But I mean, some nights when she's just all over the place, it's good to have that. Anyway, will my husband's contract get extended? 9 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the King of Cups. Oh, I think so. I'm going to go with a yes. I'm going to go with a thumbs up here. 7 of Wands says they really don't want to train somebody new, right? They just don't want to get somebody new in here. Not something they want to engage with. 9 of Cups as well says they do have other people applying for this. But ultimately, since your husband's sort of there, knows all the things, don't need to train them, don't need to do all this stuff, knows all the policies, I think that's the clear winner. King of Cups is ultimately they are out on an island. They do have the power to get it done. They have the power to get the contract extended. I think so, and I think that is something that happens there. Anyway, and that is it from me. YouTube user, your question on the odd question will be first thing tomorrow. If you want to come back and you just joined, you didn't get a reading, 6:15 tomorrow, Central Time. I'll be here bright and early. We will get it started. Come on in and join the party, join the fun. We will see you then.